My daughter was wrongly diagnosed of having glaucoma in 2022. I am Dayo Ogunyomi, a chartered accountant, a school administrator, and a business person. In 2019 precisely, my daughter started using medicated glasses and she was diagnosed of having a short-sighted issue. Shortly after that, she was having itchy eyes, teary, and what have you. Instead of taking her back to Lassoth, where she was initially diagnosed, I took her to a primary health center to see the because it was closer to me than Lassoth. Getting there, I discovered there are no tools there. There are no equipments to do the normal check for her. But I was just hoping that something good should come out. And then after just examining her with this torch-like equipment, they said, "Madam, has anyone been blind in your family?" I said, "No." "In her father's family?" I said, "No." "No history of blindness?" I said, "No." And she said, "I'm afraid your daughter is having glaucoma. And this could lead to blindness, this, that." And I suddenly went cold. I was cold. And my 14-year-old daughter then was really, really devastated. She started throwing a lot of questions to the what causes it? What can it lead to? And she did a lot of teaching that day. It was a very poor day and a day I don't want to ever remember again. Because I'm a widow and have been nursing these children, 2 of them, for several years. And getting to, the reality, or the so-to-say reality, that my daughter was going to lose her sight was the worst thing any mother can, ever hear of. We went home, very sad. Our journey home was a very devastating one. I was going through the internet, checking out what could be responsible and all of that. But before we left, the recommended about several medications and asked me to pay for them. I didn't decline. I had to do that immediately because I was ready to do anything to salvage the situation. Getting home, I applied the prescribed medicines, the eye drops. To my greatest surprise, the next morning, my daughter's eyeballs were sounding like there was a plastic content in it. And that got me thrown off balance. And then I called my 2 children. I expressed my serious worry. That's my daughter and the elder brother. And we wept our eyes out. We wept and felt that they never existed. And that prompted me to begin to look for solutions here and there. And then I talked to people. Some people recommended herbal medications. But one thing I did was I didn't continue the eye drops because I wanted to be sure that glaucoma was present before I continue those medications. So I did a few things until a friend referred me to Eye Care Family Vision. Getting to Eye Care, I had a feeling of comfort right from the reception. And I thought, even if it was glaucoma, solution has come. So getting to meet Dr. Yemisi, she gave me a lot of consolation and tried to make me see that, okay, we could avoid the situation getting worse, but let's examine her first. And after a series of examinations, voila, I was eventually told that my daughter never had glaucoma. And that happened to be one of the best days in my life. It got me really emotional. I wept, my daughter wept. I can't even explain what my feelings were like on that day. It was a day I would never forget. I was very happy, very fulfilled that eventually I'm not going to raise a blind daughter after losing her father. And I realized that day that doing things the right way would avert a lot of problems that many people encounter in the world today. We need to sensitize a lot of people. We need information. We need our hospitals equipped. We need to go to the right places for the issues that we have. And I would say over and over again that for any eye-related issues, Eye Care Family Vision is the appropriate place to be. You don't have the risk of wrong diagnosis. You don't have the risk of wrong prescriptions. You don't have the risk of wrong medications. Your eye issues are completely taken care of professionally.